Sagittarius, how you doing guys? So we are here to do your January 2020. The yearly reading for 2020 will be out very soon for you guys also. So please make sure that you hit the bell and the subscribe button for notifications for when they come out. But you are actually the last sign that I'm doing for January, so the 2020s will be coming out very soon. So happy Christmas and a happy new year. I hope you have a really good one. I've already got the cards out for you because it just saves a lot of time. So we're going to look at the first layer and then we're going to clarify everything with the second layer and see if any channeled messages that will come out. This will also be to do with your work and career, finances, any kind of family dynamic or stuff that I might channel through the cards themselves. So it can also be seen as vice versa from the other person's perspective as well. So let's see, Sagittarius. So what have you got? The first card you've got out is I'm in love. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, the Queen of Cups. So it's something to do with Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, being made an offer. Someone is thinking about it. They're tempted is what I'm picking up. Temptation of thinking about an offer to do with love. And it's all to do with in the name of love. Okay. But it's also in the name to do with family and children as well. Okay, so the next one you've got is the Eight of Wands. So I think this is a lot to do with selling a house and waiting for it to be sold. This could be someone of a water sign or fire sign that could have just physically moved out. Okay, and now you're probably looking for another rent. You might be looking for some rent from somebody as well. If you own a house, you might be looking for rent from children or from another person that could be a friend, which would be the Queen of Cups. Okay, it's kind of like some of you are waiting to sell. You're waiting to hear from somebody as well, fire sign, water sign, possibly waiting to receive some news from them. Or some of you, I'm waiting to hear some news about their family as well, their family. Okay, so then you've got the World. So it's a lot to do with a sit down and talk about sights. I'm hearing sightseeing. Some of you are sightseeing or seeing someone, or to see if somebody is actually seeing somebody. So I'm picking it up for some of you that's single. Okay, now I'm picking up this. This came up in Aries reading. Plotting, looking at plots of land that you can move to. This would be physically, if you are concentrating and thinking about moving, these would be plots of land that you are thinking of where that you could move within the same state, village or town. Okay, but I think a lot of this is to do with physical movement, of where you can start to own a business if you are looking at that, and that would be expanding your reach. Okay, because there's someone's trying to reach out as well, but somebody is trying to go further afield of a reach of business ideas, where it might be to do with the internet, of where I can plant. So I think some of you are looking on an internet sales business of where you can plant ideas, looking into strategies as well. This is also making room for someone to move in, or that there's been room now that someone has possibly moved out. So some of you, it will be vice versa. Some people have physically moved out and there's plenty of room now that you can start to look for another person. If you're thinking of taking on a lodger, okay, or a friend or someone else that can help out with the bills. Some of you, this is someone that has physically just moved in and you are now organizing your space as well, okay? Some of you are looking at selling product value and will more than likely be doing that, of where you can plant your idea to get more revenue. There's inland, I'm picking up inland revenue for some reason. The inland revenue, what's the inland revenue? What is the inland revenue? What is it? That's to do with sales, I think. Inland revenue. Sorry. So you've got the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins. So someone is physically saving their money in order to be able to move. Okay, so this could be a friend that you might be saying, because this is my Oliver twist. There's a twist to this. This is, please sir, can I have some more? So somebody's going to ask for some more rent or for some more money too. So you might be asking the person that is going to move in with you for some more money and for some more rent. Okay, this is you also still saving. Okay, making sure that all your savings are, there's enough for you to physically travel, enough for you to act. Some of you might be doing a whole lot. Okay, but there is a lot of travel here. There's a lot of expenses that are being looked at. Some of you are saving everything that you can because you do work on the internet and you might be self-employed. And because you are self-employed, you obviously are paying attention to making sure that you've got enough money in the bank. Okay. Some of you are looking into banks and building societies. Some of you might be working for a bank or a building society, and that's what you do for a living. Okay. But generally a lot of you are waiting for communication that you've probably got from the person that you love. They probably live at a distance, however long that distance is, I don't know. But someone's physically going to have to open their heart as well. Because some of you are just concentrated on your finances and your love life's there too. But you might see someone as physically guarding themselves, okay? Oh dear, so you come up against the Five of Blades. So someone is really struggling to put their ego aside. Five of Blades is all to do with ego and the argument of someone not physically opening their heart to you, or it's vice versa. But there's a lot to do with someone, because it could be a very stubborn energy that someone refuses to change, okay? Someone is also really saving their money and looking after it and refuses to change for anybody else, meaning that I am who I am, okay? But there is also someone that's very direct, that wants to direct their own company, but they want to direct it the way that you want to do it, okay? But if you're struggling with your love life, it seems that the person that you're trying to force to open up, to do something more, it feels like it's very difficult for someone to actually put their ego aside to actually open their heart. Because it feels like they're trying to protect their assets for some. Someone's trying to protect, it could be a child that's trying to protect what's theirs, okay? But there is someone that's trying to protect what's mine is mine, and I don't want to share. Someone doesn't want to share, okay? That's why I picked up on stocks and shares. But some of you, somebody does not want to share. And it feels to me like if you're really struggling with love life, that you might love the person, but it's very difficult for them to fully commit to you, because they might be fully committed to their work. And that they're looking for this on the flip side of someone to move in with them, but they haven't actually moved in with you, and that you live at a distance apart from one another. And that when you talk that you love each other, that you're in a commitment, but sometimes it's very difficult, and you might get into an argument a lot of the time because you might see them as someone that's stuck in their own way, possibly. And I am picking up the sign of Taurus, okay? But for some of you, that it's difficult for you to persuade them otherwise to do anything different, and that's what causes an argument. That you are in love with the person, but it's difficult for you to persuade them to actually, because it feels like someone here likes activities and sports activities and stuff like that, and it feels like some of them, your partners, like to do that kind of thing, but they also probably direct their own business, and they probably bring that home, and then there's separation between day and night, okay? Now, the next card that you had was the 5 to the 6, okay? 11, so it's 2. So I'm thinking a lot to do with Libra energy. This could be a Libra energy for a lot of you, okay? This is trying to persuade someone's mind that's already been made up, okay? Someone's trying to make up, and that when you make up, it's kind of like, well, we make up and then we break up, and then we make up and then we break up, and there's a trying to make it to break it, but a lot of it is to do with the distance that's needed to be traveled to go and see them as well. I think that some of you, that is the conflict, that you are living at a distance from this person, okay? Some of you do have families apart, that are apart, that children and people don't live with you and your partner, and a lot of this is to do with like a discussion that has to be done over, well, who are we spending the most amount of time with as well, okay? So the next card out is, so you do definitely love this person, they love you, you've got the Lovers, but so it could be Gemini in there as well, Gemini and Libra, possible Aquarius. 5 of Blades is normally an Aquarian, okay, but 2 would be Libra as well, so you've got a lot of air now. So there's a lot of compromisation, but someone's trying to compromise to someone that might not be. This is kind of like the energy of like, I love you, but I need you to compromise, and I need you to focus and pay attention. But someone's saying, I need to concentrate on my money, you know. So it seems like your love life is there, but some of you, you are struggling to get this person to actually physically open up, or to actually physically move. I think a lot of you, this is the person that you love, but you're just at a complete distance from them, and it's difficult for you to open them up, okay, to get them to actually move. So it's all becoming clear. You've got the Page of Coins, so it's a lot to do with product value of just an offer that comes in. I think that is just an offer of love. Again, the Page of Coins. I normally see it as different, but here it seems to me that it's just an offer. Some of you, it is an offer, an opportunity for another job, and it might be what they're looking for is another job that can suit them when they move. If it is a physical move, if they move in with you, that means that they would have to look for a job of where you are, or it's vice versa. It's the other way. Page of Coins can be a lot to do with an idea of someone that can earn some more money, but first they would physically have to make this decision to open up to say, yes, you know what, I am going to move, and that I am going to find this offer as a job here so we can be together because we love one another. Okay. Page of Wands. So fire sign, again, fire sign. This is the giant leap for mankind is daring. Someone needs to dare to take this first step. Someone is daring. Or I'm picking up Darren, the name Darren, or Darnell, or Darnell, or Darling. Someone has to take this first step, and I think a lot of it is to do with them having to leave their family behind, and them having to leave a job behind, and being able to motivate themselves to actually do that and take that step. It seems like it is coming into fruition here. If not, then it seems to be like it's still ongoing through a cycle of just talking to one another, but there hasn't physically been any movement yet, okay? Because your partner might having to finish a contract with somebody where this person has just physically moved out from their home, but they probably are the one now considering that they do have to move, or they are putting out the feelers for someone else that they can have as a landlord or a friend that can help them or you pay the rent, okay? So we will see when we clarify. Again, you've got Libra energy possible, but Two of Coins, okay? Decision, what's healthy and what's not, okay? Someone's still trying to make a decision, but it feels like they haven't fully committed to a proper decision yet. So you've got the 4 and the 2, which is 6, again, okay? It's a lot to do with moving on forward, really, you know? It's about what's equal and what's balanced. I think some people do work in obviously for the public, some of them work in a bank or a building society as well, or as a carer, but they work with other people, and I think they're trying to figure out which is the best way through this 6 of me to be able to do what we first said, which is physically move in with you, okay? Now, if your partner does physically live with you and you are in a commitment with someone, I think a lot of times you get into a disagreement and an agreement. It's like, well, no, it's all on my terms. And that argument would more than likely go with, well, it always has to be on your terms. Why does it have to be on your terms? We need to learn to compromise more. We need to go out on dates, and we need to make time for the family if you have them together. And because we love each other, and we could well be grandparents, okay? Because we are now grandparents. For some of you, you have just become grandparents, or you are grandparents, okay? But these can be the grandparents also, or the person that also still owns a house that you could physically be moving into, and it could be a Gemini, okay? So there's a lot of discussions about what can be done about that. If you are with your partner, I think that argumentative energy is just very difficult for you to always be on the same wavelength, you know? Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, so you have got Libra. Okay, Libra, so these are arguments of who's claiming to be like, well, someone's claiming through this card here to say that, look, we need to find a compromise because you just bashed into my car, right? Or you need to get yourself a car. But there is someone in someone's energy that possibly might be seen out there as interfering with something. Okay, so there needs to be an amicable discussion over this. Now, if this is an amicable discussion that's turning into war, then there's an argument that's brewing through the rest of January. Okay, I think it settles down, but then there are also, this can be the person that owns this company or house, that can be the Libra, and this can be the Justice Department too. So if this is the landlord, then there will be able to have the discussion of who owns what. It's kind of like, you know, you owe me rent, and these are going to be the terms and conditions that you're going to have to pay. Okay, so someone's going to have to pay for something. Okay, some of you, I think that you're looking after your finances because you've just ordered a load of stuff, right? You just ordered a load of stuff off the internet and you realise at the end of the month you have to pay it back to the club book. Right? You have to pay it back to Selfridges or something. I mean, Selfridges or Selfish. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Shellfish. Or because, well, there's shellfish there on this card, right? But, or someone might see someone as selfish, meaning don't be selfish, let's share. Someone is looking into stocks and shares and learning to share something more, meaning, you know, in order for us to be in a relationship, we're going to have to share responsibility for the children, and we're also going to have to share responsibility of, like, what's fair is fair. It's like you pay the same amount of rent and I pay the same amount of rent, or you get the bill shopping and you get the shopping and I'll pay the electric and all. That is definitely there as what that's coming through. This could be you or them or the landlord that's saying that. You know, we need to compromise to actually say, you know, we've got to do what's fair was what's fair. You pay your way, I'll pay mine. Okay. Some of you, it would just be children that are moving in, or if they've just moved out and you have space, you will be inviting someone else in and you're looking for that. Okay. But that might be generally what you're asking of your children if you have them, is that, you know, what's fair is fair. You've got to pay off your bills first, and you're also going to have to pay some rent. But you're going to have to pay this person karmically as well, justice. You know, people can't sit around waiting for what's fair is fair and what goes around comes around, because in my experience fully for years that what goes around comes back to yourself. It's always about personal growth and you can never avoid it. That's why it's there. No one else gets their karma. You know, you get yours, trust me, and you will always know that you do. So the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Cups, is a lot to do with this physical move, is that someone could have just left or someone is just leaving, okay? But the first story that we went over is that someone, fire sign or water sign, has literally just left. Could be Aquarius or also Gemini, okay? But water sign has physically just left, and that someone now is having to look for a replacement for someone in a home because they have just physically left, okay? So some of you, it would be different. It would be someone that's physically just about to move in because someone physically has just left. Now, if this is your love life and it's just all relating to one person, then I think that they are wandering. It's kind of like I need to not analyze my feelings, but because I'm hearing Annalise as well, I need to make sure that this move is the right move for me first. I think that this is a contract that's looming with a possible Leo as well. This is a fire sign here that is Leo, and this is an 8. So I think it is a lot to do with the energy of Leo, and I think it is still to do with what is it that you want to do. Do you love me enough to say that you're going to physically move in? Okay. What's this 8 of Wands for? 8 of Wands. You see? It is someone 5 here. 8 of Wands, this communication might not quite be what you want. If this 8 of Wands is representing Sagittarius energy and you're waiting for news for this person to say that they are physically moving in, then there's a missing them, because I think that they're not sure yet, you know, and I think that's why that 5 of Cups is there, is that someone physically wants to work this out, but someone's confused with what they really want to do, you know. Communication is really about working on that 5, is to say, you know, what is it that you physically want. Someone will feel possibly down about that at times, that you might just be physically at a distance from your partner, but you're still with them, but you're not committed, where you don't live together, but you just miss them because you're at a complete distance. And that the news that you might give to them or they might give to you might not quite be of what you want at the beginning of January, okay? But it would physically be about this move that they would have to move in. Some of you want a full commitment to say that, you know, I want to live with you, but what do you want? And I think that energy is coming a lot for you, because I think that some of it is them that they're they really don't know yet. They've got to wrap up a cycle as well. If they are with someone else that's a love interest that I'm trying to get off now, if they are, then that's them trying to realise about their karma, to come back to you, and that you would be in that, you know, bowl of soup of karma, really. But it's all about personal growth. That's why it's called the 5 of, you know, the Dark Night of the Soul. So The Knight of Swords comes in with a message about this move physically. So what is this message that this Knight of Swords is going to deliver? Because it's going to deliver an answer of really no, you know, because it's pointing at the Five of Cups to say that they're not quite finished something, or they're not quite got over something yet, where there's an energy that's left them, you know. If this is your partner, then there's an energy around them that can be anybody that has physically just walked off from them and left them in the lurch, and that would be a Five of Cups. Meaning now I'm having to start over and I'm having to start fresh. That is physically a lot to do with you, that someone has moved out, okay? Now, if your children have just moved out and you've got children, that's because they've just moved out, and that might be you that misses them, okay? But there is someone that has just left someone in a lurch. And I think that Knight of Swords really is to do with the message to say that someone's just left, and that they're having to now either one, seek a new land person for their home, or you might be saying to them, well, now they're gone and you're on your own, are you coming back to me? Or listen, do one and don't bother, you know. That would be down to your own general judgment. So what's the Four of Coins for? Four of Coins. Because someone's physically got to open up their heart, and it seems like someone can't make a decision. I think that they're really concentrating on their money, you know. Sorry, way too many cards. What's this Four of Coins for, Spirit? God, I'm getting really hot. Yeah, if you would, please. So, what's the Four of Coins for? Is that radiator on? Four of Coins. Sorry, Sagittarius. I'm kind of having a conversation with my girlfriend. Four of Coins. I don't think it really wants to tell me the Four of Coins. Four of Coins is to do with the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of delays. A Hangman, a lot of delays with this person. I really think that they are delaying something. You know, this opportunity here, I think it's a missed opportunity because someone's delaying it a lot. I think it's a lot to do with the offer that they're either making you that you're saying no to, or you're making an offer to them and that they still don't know. You know, they still don't know. There's a delay. It can be a Piscean, okay, but it can be anybody. But that the Knight of Pentacles in this card is definitely delaying something. I don't know why they're delaying something. It could be this contract that's just ended with them, that they're having to wrap things up first, but there are possibly going to be travel delays or things. Some of you, it is a travel delay. The Knight of Wands would be a travel delay, that this person might not be able to spend time with you because they're spending it with their family over the New Year period or something, or over January, and that you want to spend time with them. It could even be that they've come for Christmas and now they've actually just left. Okay, and if they've just left, you miss them because they have physically just gone back to their city. Okay, but for some of you, there's some kind of travel delay. What's this Five of Blades for? Now, if that's the other way around for some of you, that they never come for Christmas, okay, and that you wanted to spend time with them, but they spent it with their family, and you want to now spend some time with them, it seems like there's going to be a delay with that. Five of Blades. Five of Blades. Oh, this person does have a lot of ego. They're finding it very difficult to move. I mean, people say that this card is wish fulfillment. It is, but it still needs to open up for it to be a Ten of Cups, you know. And the Five of Blades is ego. The Six of Wands is ego. Okay, this person gets a lot of attention. Can be a fire sign that seeks. I mean, I don't know. Cross watchers are going to be different and say no, it isn't. You know, but it seems to me like a lot of you are going through something with someone that requires a lot of attention. You know. And this is someone that requires a lot of attention because they've got everything. This can be a very needy energy as the Nine of Cups, because they've got everything that they want, but they haven't got the Ten of Cups and they can't reach it, you know. And it requires a lot for you to possibly open up this person, because it feels like some of you, it might be a drain for you to keep doing it. The Five and the Nine of Cups, that's a definite drain of your energy to get this person to give you the equality of attention that you require in a relationship. And that at times you might feel like things are going forward and that things are going okay, but you get into an argument with them and it can really start to zap your energy, you know, because they're physically not giving you that 10 of cups, and what they're doing is taking your energy away from you through this energy here, which can be I used to call it a past life traveler, you know, someone that followed you from a timeline of a soulmate that attaches itself to you as you know but it's a piggyback rider, you know, someone that can latch on to energy to absorb your energy, but not learn enough yet through their soul growth to actually form a quality to give you it back to form a relationship that is about equality. Okay, so there is a lot to do with there. It's very difficult for this person to try and find their path. A lot of you will probably be saying a lot more than that in the comments, and I would like to hear from you, but yeah, there can be a very stubborn energy around you. So tell me more about, what's the time? 25 minutes. What's this Lovers card for? I think it physically is about this move. What's this Lovers card for? I think you generally, some of you get into a lot of spats with your partner at times. What's the Lovers for? The Lovers. Tell me more about the Lovers. The Lovers again is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These cards here, I'm sorry, but these cards here are definitely an energy vampire, 100%. You know, a lot of you that watch tarot cards, you know that these cards here represent an energy vampire. You know, I can't never really say that about another person because I'm doing a general reading, but that there is an energy vampire that's draining your energy. Soul growth of the Knight of Wands is an energy that needs to learn through its soul about equality of give and take. And it depends. Your partner could be a younger person. They could be a lot younger than you, some of you. Okay. What's this? Page of Coins. But for some of you, it's because this person concentrates on their children a lot, and that they don't have time for a full commitment of love life, or they concentrate on their family or their parents. And there's something that is going on for some of you around your children that's requiring your attention a lot more than everything else that's going on. And these energies can be representing someone else in your energy. That could be kids as well. So because you see, you got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Coins, the Page of Wands. You know, the communication, if you're really not getting on the same wavelength with someone, it's not quite on par, because it can be a lot of tit for tat, you know. Let's have a look at this Libra energy, the Justice. But I mean, you don't have a real lot of sword energy, you just have a lot of draining energy, you know, emotionally wise. What's the Justice for? Justice. Oh, this could go to court for some of you. This would be a court appearance. This is where you're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to stand up against this person here as well. But for some, say the Three of Pentacles is a lot to do with working on it. Okay, but you would have to decide what that Three of Pentacles is. They might want to compromise with you. What's this? Three, right, can be anybody. It can be a work that's in the way. It can be family that's in the way. It can be another love interest to some of you that's in the way. You would have to know. But the 3 is always about that there's something else in the way of this 2, which is 3 and 5, okay, which is, to me, family, 5, and also work is in the way of a decision that this person here has to make to commit to this relationship, has to realise, well, really for you, as Sagittarius, if it's a Libra, has to realise that the family comes first. I mean, it's difficult. It might be for someone's life. I don't know. Sorry. But I just realised I was going into someone else's life that could be cross-watching. Oh, dear. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. I mean, this is definite Libra. Definite Libra. I don't think that they. I think they know how to take something. Put it that way. But whether they're within their right, I really don't know. But the Queen of Swords is someone that will just learn about taking stuff, and they can also just cut you out as well. It can really, 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 really be draining someone's energy. What's this Queen of Swords for? But that might be because you're a mother, or this is your children, or the parenting thing going on. Queen of Swords. Why is this Queen of Swords here for? Queen of Swords. Oh, they're not talking. This person is not talking. This could be you trying to pry some information out of a Libra that's not talking. This came up in another reading that I've just done for people, which was Capricorn. I can't remember. One of the last 2 or 3 readings that I put out. A lot to do with someone not speaking. And it's really frustrating someone to the point where they're not talking. And this is a complete argument. A real big argument. Because someone's not revealing their true feelings. They're very indecisive of what they want. And that they're causing a lot of chaos. You know, I really am picking that up. I think the messages are playful messages, and it's here and there and everywhere. And then all of a sudden, it's just like you might get into a complete argument with this person. And what you're trying to do is to pry some information out of them that they're just remaining quiet. It's kind of like, well, if I just be quiet and I don't say anything, this person will contact me. And then what I'll do is energy vampire, you know. Wait for someone else to do the work. You know, I'm sorry, Sagittarius or Crosswatcher, but it's definitely coming from that Libra energy. And that is Libra for me. That's also the Justice Department. So it's very difficult. I think that they're either concentrated on someone else as a love interest partner, or they're just very difficult to open up. Very, very difficult to open up their heart in the right way for a relationship, you know. So let's look into thoughts and feelings for you from your partner towards you. So how does Sagittarius' partner, love interest or partner, soulmate, how do they feel about Sagittarius in January? How does Sagittarius' love interest or partner, how do they feel about Sagittarius? How do they feel about Sagittarius? I mean, that justice energy here can be a lot to be to do with court and stuff for people, that you're going through the mustard with someone, you know, and definitely Leo Taurus. Family, Leo Taurus and family, a lot to do with family, keep saying it, but a lot to do with people's family. But that could well be the Justice Department, you know, at the bottom there. Let's see, so how do they feel about Sagittarius? So Leo energy, 2 lots of Leo energy for me. A lot of you could well be going through something controlling with a Leo. This is narcissistic card, as well gaslighting card. PTSD, trauma, trying to open someone up. This can be afraid, you know, because this can be really afraid to move forward, meaning that I'll persevere to go forward, but I'm very, very weary, okay? And because you've got Leo energy right next to it here, this can be someone that you just don't know what they're going to say. You don't know if they're going to snap or if they're going to say something that they don't abide by. This is, you know, I'm really picking that up, that I don't know what they're going to do or what they're going to say next. But to me, this energy is being afraid to say something to a Leo, for sure. Or it's the other way around, that a Leo's worried about saying something. But that's definitely there. How do they feel about Sagittarius? But, you know, how does Sagittarius' partner feel about Sagittarius? I mean, this might be how they feel because they know that you're pretty much just had enough, you know, and they're probably worried about approaching you again because you've gone through like I mean, somebody here, Leo energy, is either the one that's caused it or someone's had a cause and effect, and it's caused an effect on somebody that there's a lot of control here. Put it that way, Sag. Okay, so how they feel about you. Well, there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of cycles. There's not pure amount of love. I've got to say, Sagittarius, it's a lot to do with a cycle that seems to be going on for waiting for someone to physically do something, you know. And I think there is a lot of control that's going on to physically get someone to because this is to do with a move, right? And if they're not moving in with you, and you've been going on for this for a long time to physically get someone to move, then how they feel is that, well, they're just doing the same thing, which is that they're just physically waiting to move, and they're physically looking at everything that they have in their life, which is their family, which is their job and their money and the other people and things that they've got built up there. And that really, is it worth me moving? If you're really struggling to get someone to move in with you, what they're doing is concentrating on their assets and their money, and that they're physically not moving. But this world card here is still that same feeling of moving, is that they're not, you know, that they're waiting. They're waiting. So let's find out what they're waiting for. So what is it this person's waiting for? What is it that this person is waiting for? Seven of Coins. What is it that this person is waiting for? Please tell me what this person is waiting for. I just heard hear news. To hear news. So, oh dear. I mean, why? This person's waiting for money. For money. They're not opening up. Again, this card is here again. The Four of Pentacles. They're not opening up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 again. 2. Could possibly somewhere have Libra in their chart as a 2. Okay, but it's kind of like this person is so confused on waiting for money, and so like guarded and protected over, I really don't know. I think this is such a confusing energy through this control here. I really do. I think that they're so focused on their career and their money by physically possibly playing a game by not opening up and saying exactly what they want that's clear to you as a relationship. And because they're not, and a lot of it is still to do with like, well, are you moving in or are you not moving in? And well, I really don't know because I haven't sorted my work out yet, and I really don't know if I've got enough money or if I can afford it. Then the cycle seems to go on, and then it ends, and then it goes back to the same thing again, which is where they probably start to message you to say, you know, we're still talking, but things are not changing with this person. You know? Let's have a look at this Strength card for you quickly. Strength card. What's Strength here for? Strength card. Strength card. Oh dear, Strength card 3. I mean, really? To me, that's a lot to do with work being in the way. Or, I mean, if it's another person and you physically know that they're with someone else, this Leo energy here is, well, it's in a third party, or it's work is in the way, or their friends are in the way. This is a person that goes out with their friends and their family, and they enjoy their friends and their family, and they overindulge. This can be an overindulging energy, so it can be drink, you know, because the 4 concentrates on the 3, which is here. And did you? Yeah, I see that at the end of the card when I finish shuffling this deck for you. The 4 of Cups, and there it is. This person is concentrated on not opening up physically. Very difficult to get them to show their true feeling. What's this 9 for? 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Aries. That can be a Leo with Aries in their chart, but there's the 9. It to me represents courage. Okay, and you've got 2 lots of courage there, and you've also got. So they could have this in their chart, or it can physically be an Aries, right, for a lot of you. Some of it's cross-match Leo Aries. But this person is very stern. They're very focused on their money, okay? And they're very focused on earning their money and their company and their business, all right? And trust me, if you're trying to get this person to open up, it really don't seem like you will if you're going through something very controlling with them, okay? Tell me more about this Emperor, because they would be as well. The Emperor. The Emperor is to do with travel and expenses and money. You know, possibly going through another cycle again to? Don't know. Don't know. Very unsure. I think how this person's feeling about you, I mean, it's just a very confused energy of who's going to be confused, because you're going through something very controlling and I wouldn't really be able to pick it up. For some of you, you know, they feel dazed and confused because they don't know what you want. If you know what you want and you can't get it from this person, then you know that you can still flip this feelings and thoughts, okay? But there's a lot of, I don't know yet, I don't know yet, I don't know yet. And someone's going for a complete cycle, possibly with their family, that they're gone through it and they're going through it with their sisters and brothers and their family, and they listen to them and they listen to other people, and it's causing a lot of confusion, you know? And it's something that someone could have well learnt through their whole life, and that they've just learned to be a certain way, and it's very difficult for them to open up because they probably have very strong parents or strong family members, you know? But this is society that this person would believe in, you know, believe in that. Whatever they believe in, the Aries character here, well, they're believing that. You know, they're believing that. But, like I said, this Aries could well be going through something with their children as well, here. And that might be the family that's in the way of this being a Three of Cups that can physically unite with you as a person. It might be, like I said, the thoughts and feelings are that they're having to concentrate on their kids and their job, and that they physically can't move yet because there's no decision from them to make to actually leave that behind to commit to you if you're going through an argument with them, because they have kids. And because they have kids or responsibility of a job, I don't know your partner, so I don't know what you're going through with, but it could well be that's just that they're needing to focus on that at the moment and to earn enough money to be able to travel with their children, to travel towards you. But still, it's still ongoing of just, meanwhile, we'll just talk, you know? So that's thoughts and feelings, and that's your reading for January. Sagittarius, I hope you have a great Christmas. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below. Also, Lucid Dream Tarot Music, it will pop up, and also your other readings will pop up on the end screens to navigate you towards other readings. But your 2020 will be out very soon, hopefully, guys. I hope you have a great Christmas. If you want to reach out and join Lucid Dream Tarot Music, there will be different tarot stuff that comes out over there if you are interested. A lot to do with the guidance videos. I'm just going to put them all in one place in a folder over on the other channel, okay? There will be new stuff. But a lot of that is still to do with esoteric music and things like that, and production and stuff that I'm really interested in. So I really would appreciate your support if you want to give it. Also, give us a like and a share and a comment and hit the bell. That would also really help the channel out, okay? All right, guys, hope you have a great Christmas, and I'll catch you again soon. All right, guys, thanks.